Hey, outdoorsnists. It is a 51-degree day in February, which is totally normal. Happens every year. Anyway, it's going to be a short one today, I think. It is Super Bowl weekend, and I had some social commitments that sort of took away from the outdoorsing. So, this is going to be a very short, simple outdoorsing, where we're going to rectify what happened last time with the spaghetti and meatballs. As you will recall, my spaghetti portion of that meal fell in a pile of deer poop. But that's not going to happen to us this time. One, where we're going, there's not that much deer poop for it to fall in. And two, we're not going to have it tip over to begin with. So we're going to find a nice, stable ground for the propane tank to go on, and it's not going to tip over. Positive thoughts. Anyway, I'm not completely sure where I'm going for this. I had some ideas, but I won't have made up my mind until I actually get to them. So, with that, I'm pretty sure I just heard thunder, which is an odd thing to hear in the middle of the winter. Not unheard of, but it can happen. Anyway, I was thinking about, oh, now it's raining. I didn't bring a tarp to make a shelter with. Not that it would have helped me. We've seen how those go. I think I'm gonna head up this road here until I find a nice spot to camp on. This isn't the name of the road, but we always called this the Gold Mine Road when we were kids. It's called a Class 4 road, which in Vermont means it's really not maintained in the wintertime. There's also this I would say four-wheeler, but it doesn't have wheels, it's just got treads. I saw it earlier driving around. Looks to be what made these tracks here. So it'll probably come back at some point. Anyway, we used to call this the Gold Mine Road, because allegedly, somewhere on this hill, a long time ago, like in the long time ago times, there was a gold mine. It never produced any gold, from what I understand. It was mostly just like a pit in the ground. It was like a test pit, I don't know. But rumor has it was filled in by somebody who got sick of his cows falling into it. So I've always wanted to find it, or what's left of it, but it's on the actual Gold Mine Road, which is basically on the other side of the mountain here. But this road is legendary for how difficult it can be to traverse. I'm having trouble walking up it. You can see how far we would be in for a walk if we were to walk this whole thing, which I don't think I'm gonna do. Because if we walk up, we gotta walk down. It's awful slippery. I don't want to slide down. I'm already having a hard time going here. I thought you could go in the woods from that, but maybe what I'm thinking of is a little further up. So, anyway, I'll keep hiking along here. Okay, I think I'm gonna make lunch on the stump here. We're maybe a few feet off the road. I was gonna go further into that, well, I was gonna do it on top of that little hill, but there's really no way to do it. You can see I fell pretty deep into the snow. And it's raining now. Like straight up raining. In February, middle of February. Again, it happens, it's just not common. Maybe a couple seasons ago I was deer hunting up here. I watched a doe, I think, crossed that meadow, but didn't see much else. I didn't see hardly any deer tracks coming up here either. Maybe a little on the road on the way up, but nothing great. Anyway, why don't we start making lunch here, get that in us, and we'll head home before we get too wet. Alright, lunch today is what it was last week, spaghetti with meatballs. I did get my victory back. So this is significantly more stable. Maybe not significantly more, but it is definitely more stable. And furthermore, I'm going to monitor it much closer so it doesn't fall off like it did last time. Yeah, that's the outdoors thing, folks. That's the video. Like and subscribe. Now we'll finish it off here. But boy, if I'd known it was going to rain, I might have brought a little better in the way of rain gear. So I don't know. I think it's just going to drizzle. I don't think it's going to downpour, but who knows. Anyway, I'm going to let this get a little bit further along, and maybe I'll tell you a little story after that. Alright, we made it to the meatball part without tipping over. I was gonna do tea on top of this, but I'm thinking I won't. It is a crappy afternoon, and I don't want to stand out here all damn day. But it's had success, and all you gotta do is heat those up. So put the lid on them. If I recall, those they didn't take long to actually heat up. Well, it's the pine tree brushing against my back. I thought something was sneaking up on me. There are bear in these woods, but I suspect they're probably all pretty napping right now. Maybe they're confused by the warm weather, but I don't know. Don't know if temperature's how they do that or not. Oh, the story. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, okay. So, when I got my hunting license when I was a kid, probably the first thing we ever did was went partridge hunting, or I should say roofed grouse hunting. And we were, I think, right around where I am right now. And my brother and my father were with me, and they were ahead of me. And they had flushed a partridge, or I guess a roofed grouse. And when these animals flap their wings and flush, they sound just like a tractor starting up. A very distinctive noise. So I hear this noise, and I assumed the bird had flown towards me, not down back behind this row of trees we were following. Because when the pine tree next to me started to rustle, and I'm like, okay, that's where the bird went. So I shoot at this little black ball in the tree, and hits the ground with a thud, right? Which is, partridge aren't big enough to make a thud when they hit the ground. But this, whatever it was, did. So I'm like, oh shit, what the hell was that? So I go over, I look at it, and it's got 4 legs, and it turns out I'd shot a porcupine, not a bird at all. So we had a dog with us, and we had to. My dad adds a half a mile to this story every time he tells it. He had to carry the dog out of the woods so it wouldn't get into the porcupine. But that was the day I learned you really have to be careful about target identification, because you'll end up shooting a porcupine instead of a bird. So, anyway, the end. That's the story. Alright, so far better than last time. Alright, let's do the taste test. Did I cook this right? Remember, we gotta do the outdoors man taste test base. Oh yeah, okay, those did come out pretty good. They didn't need to be boiled for anywhere near the length of time I'd planned on it, so. Okay, well. Alright, I'm gonna eat these, and the rain has stopped, and then I'm gonna get the hell out of here before it comes back. So. Okay, that hit the spot. Despite the suboptimal conditions, that went pretty well. I didn't really go far either. Like I said, that's a road, class 4 road, but still a road. So it's not like I went to the deep woods today or anything. But that pretty much cemented the spaghetti with meatball combo as a dinner option I'm going to take on this road trip come September, which I don't want to talk too much about or else I'll jinx it. So, but suffice to say, I'll be needing easy meals I can make while traveling, and this is pretty easy to make. The only weird part is just strain the noodles, and then obviously it leaves a saucy mess you gotta deal with, but I feel like that's something a slice of bread would take care of. But yeah, quick, fills you up. That is definitely among the dinner options going to the September adventure. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna go back that way because you can't tell from here, but those thorn bushes are mean and they're nasty, and I don't want to deal with them again, so I'm gonna go that way. Anyway, all right, pack up, head out, and then we'll do the outroduction. I don't see where we left anything, do you? Let me know if you do. I'll have to walk back here and find it after I post the video. Alright, let's see if we can get out of here without slicing ourselves up on things. If we go this way, we should be alright. Okay. This is fine. Oops. Uh-oh. I don't know how we're gonna get down that without landing on our ass, but we're gonna try. Now, you know what? Let's be the smart guys and go this way. I say smart, but I don't know if how good the ground is here. Okay, yeah, we're good. That mist. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Another quick story. This may be better than the stupid partridge one, but maybe not. Well, hang on. What's this? Those look like tracks. And there's that, but they don't go anywhere. So, I wonder what that's about. Anyway, the other story. So, there was a guy logging this years ago. And he had all kinds of equipment up here. It was right on that landing, I call it. And we heard like an explosion. Just a kaboom. Or I think my old man heard it. I don't think I heard it, but it turns out he had some piece of equipment up here that just blew up. I mean, exploded. I remember seeing the what was left of it, and yeah, something out of a war movie. It was crazy. I don't know what caused it. I don't think anybody got hurt, otherwise I would have probably heard more about it, but yeah, there's a story. Something blew up. The end. All right, I'm gonna walk back, and unless I see something interesting on the way back, I think that might be the video. Not super entertaining as far as these go, I will grant you, but we had to square things away with the spaghetti. So, like I said, this is a bit of an off week. Hopefully I'll have something at least more entertaining to watch on tap for next time. So until then, outdoorsness, like and subscribe.